But I am sick and tired of people that don't know Jesus or really even know what Jesus said, speaking on behalf of Jesus. So what I would rather do is I would rather let Jesus speak for himself. And we have 4 historical accounts of Jesus in your Bible called Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, documenting what Jesus said. And those things have tried to be proved wrong for 2,000 years. And guess what? Nobody can prove them wrong. So I will take the Bible's and Jesus' opinion on what he says about following him than what culture's saying. Now, when we talk about Jesus, we're talking about the real Jesus, okay? Now, culture has this picture of Jesus. Culture has this way of the gospel. You've got this movement called progressive Christianity, where Christianity's progressive. Christianity don't need to progress. It needs to advance, but it don't need to change. In fact, we need to revert, I think, way back to what how the disciples lived. This is nothing new. In fact, there's several mentions in the New Testament, once in Galatians and then in 2 Corinthians, where Paul is talking about that there was a false gospel being preached, even then, within the first century, that there was a false Jesus being preached. They were using the name Jesus, but it wasn't actually the person. It's like on social media when people will create accounts that emulate somebody else's account, and they're going around and they're saying, I'm this person, and then you get a notification from that person. They go, that's not me, that's a fake account. I think that that's what it was like. There were a lot of fake accounts. People were claiming to be Jesus. The name was the same, but the person was different. So he's not this socially constructed Jesus that people like to add on to their agenda, their political agenda or their social agenda. Listen, Jesus is not a politic you vote for. He doesn't need your vote. He's the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. That's not changing. He don't need your vote. He don't need your vote to be the king. He is the king. What he wants is your allegiance. What he wants is your devotion. He wants you to follow him. He's got his own way, and he wants you to say yes to it. Jesus is not some inspiring philosopher. He is God in the flesh. He is the way, the truth, and the life. He's not a way or a truth. That wasn't his claim. His claim is that he's the only way to God. That's what he said. So either Jesus is a liar, or he's the Lord, or he's a lunatic, or he's the Lord. Either he was who he said he was, or he's not. And I believe he's who he said he was. And I believe the evidence speaks of who he said he was. I believe that him rising from the dead and that being recorded throughout history reveals who he is. So my question to culture today is, where do you get this Jesus you speak of?